Why am I such a nerd? I don't understand. I don't get it. What is up, book buddies? So today is Tag Tuesday. It's the first Tag Tuesday and I'm so excited. So today's tag video is going to be the How I Read tag. Honestly, I was just going through Heather from Bookable's playlist of tags. She's done so many tags and it's great. So I was looking through that, so I'll link her video down below. I tried to find the original video and it is non-existent. I don't know if the channel got deleted or the video got deleted, but I have no idea who created this tag, so sorry about that, but I will leave all the questions down below, so if you guys want to do it, you can. So let's just get right into the questions about how I read. Number one, how do you find out about new books? Honestly, from being on booktube, or going on booktube and watching other people's videos and like what their anticipated releases are. Another thing that I have been starting to do is to go on Goodreads and look at like what authors are going to be publishing in the next couple months, just see what new releases are coming out and seeing if that's something that I'd be interested in reading. Another thing is, once the books are out, going into Barnes & Noble and just kind of reading the back of books and then snatching up what I would think to find interesting, because there's a lot of time where I just want to go into a book not really knowing anything about it. I feel like it gives me a way better experience than having some sort of expectation that another booktuber or someone who's recommended me a book has set for that book. Number two, how did you get into reading? I've always been a reader. When I was younger, I always remember having a book in my hand, and I remember like flying through books like it was no big deal. Then I kind of fell off the boat for a little bit. I honestly, like, I started to think that like reading wasn't cool, and that there wasn't ever going to be a story that would entice me enough to get back into reading. And then I stumbled upon booktube in 2013, so 4 years ago. Stumbled upon it, and Poland Banana Books is the first channel that I ever watched, and I watched a review of a book that I've never heard of before, which I find really funny now because I've ended up reading the series. Not that I like remember like what she said, because I ended up reading the series a couple years later, but I'm pretty sure it was a review of City of Glass was what I started watching. And then I'm like clicking video after video after video of all these booktubers, and I'm like, this is a thing and this is cool. And that's when my book buying got really insane. And I don't know, I like started devouring books like crazy, and it just totally motivated me to like keep reading. And then what really solidified it for me is reading the Divergent series. When people ask me like, oh, how'd you get back into reading or get into reading, it was booktube, but then the specific book that got me back into it was the Divergent series, and after that, like, it's just been a non-stop train ever since. Number three, has your taste changed as you've gotten older? Kind of. I mean, honestly, I think the only thing that's changed is that I used to read children's books and now I read YA. Being 26 years old, some YA, I don't know, it depends on the author, because I feel like some YA is just a little too immature for me now, and then there's other YA that is like perfect, and then I feel like there's some adult that's just too mature, and then there's just some adult that's like great. So I'm like right in the middle, where it's really just like luck of the draw if I am reading a book and it is right in the level that I like to read in. So yes, my tastes have changed, but it's only because I've gotten older. And I mean, I don't read as many contemporaries now as I used to. Like, that would be like what I would read, and now contemporaries I don't really read as much anymore. Once in a while I will, but not too often. So I like dystopian fantasy, all that stuff. Number four, how often do you buy books? Not very often anymore, and honestly, like when I do, it's like one book here and there. It's like nothing crazy. I feel like my library is just a little bit too big right now to justify buying more books until I can read down my TBR a little bit, maybe sell some books, donate others, whatever. Yeah, so I really have to really want the book, or in some cases, like sometimes it'll just be, I know it sounds really bad, but like if I'm having like a sad day, I'll go to Barnes and Noble or Half Price Books or something and just like pick out a book to like make myself feel better. That doesn't happen very often, but that's the only time I ever buy books. Number 5, how did you get into booktube? I got into booktube just by, I found people on booktube and I really did want to have a channel. I tried having just like a channel about me and stuff and it just didn't work out. I was totally unmotivated to do it. Then I found booktube and I was like, hey, this is something that I can totally like put my passion into because I love reading, stuff like that. So once I found booktube, it was like, I don't know, like a perfect match. And I was just like, yes, like I need to be doing this. I need to be sharing my opinions. I need to be connecting to these people. And I've been on well, my channel has been in existence for about 4 years now. How do you react when you don't like the end of a book? Something a little like this. Really? That's how it ends? I just spent my time reading this book and that's how it ends. Okay, yeah, it's fine. I'm fine. Just end it like that. It's fine. I'm not bitter about it. That's literally how I act. Like I get so like bitter about if a book just doesn't end the way I want it to, or I don't like the ending. I usually don't read that author again for a while, but other than that, like, I just am like, in the moment, I'll just be like so mad because it's like, I invested this time in a book. If it's an audiobook, it's not as bad because I'm not investing as much time into it as if it was like a book that I was physically reading that I knew would take like me days, where an audiobook can just take me a couple of hours depending on how long it is. But sometimes it's just like, I mean, there isn't very many books out there where I've gotten through to the end and it's been like disappointing. Most of the time, if it's disappointing, it's disappointing at the beginning and just continues to disappoint me till the end, but I'm the type of person where I can't DNF anything, so I have to finish it out. Number 7, how often do you spoil yourself by looking at the last page? Never. When I was younger, I did. I don't know like why it's a thing. If you do that, please let me know in the comments below like why you do it, because I feel like I had a justified answer when I was younger and I would do it, and I would read either like the last paragraph or the last couple sentences or whatever, but it would never give me any information. So, and I wasn't looking to like see if it was going to be a happy ending or anything. Like I would just genuinely, like, as soon as I got the book, I'd read the back and then I'd open it to the last page and like read the last paragraph or the last couple sentences or whatever I deemed was necessary for me to then start the book. I don't know why. Like, I don't know. I don't get it. It wasn't any intention to spoil myself. It was just a habit. And thankfully I've cut that out. So yeah, I don't do that anymore. I'd rather just read the book. I honestly, most of the time, don't even read the back of the book. I just jump into it because I want to have no expectation. And last but not least, number 8, who are you going to tag? I'm going to tag all of you guys because this tag is like 4 years old and everyone's probably done it. So I'm just going to tag anyone out there who hasn't done it yet, who wants to do it, or has already done it and wants to do it again because you have different answers now. Alright guys, so that was my first Tag Tuesday with the How I Read tag. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you like this video, please give it a big thumbs up and comment down below with answer the questions yourself, or if you've done this tag, link it down below and I will go watch it because I'm interested in knowing how you guys read and your book buying habits and all that stuff. It's great. And I will see you guys in my next video. Keep reading, keep smiling. Bye guys.